Hi Cancerians, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. So this is your December 2018 love reading. You've got a week ahead reading as well, 10th to the 16th of December 2018. And you've also got your live spread sitting next door. The live spread, yeah, that's shortened down. Usually if you order that as a private reading, you can order it now coming in for January. If you want to order a live spread, what's happening during the year. You can order that or the Lenormand reading for the year on my website, okay? The link is sort of hovering somewhere above, okay? So we're going to use the Giant Rider-Waite for this reading. I like using these cards because they show up really nicely on the screen. And we're going to see what's happening in terms of love for Cancer in the month of December 2018. So Universe Spirit, can you show me what's happening for love for Cancerians in the month of December 2018? Show me what's coming in for love for Cancerians in the month of December 2018. Show me love coming in for what's happening in terms of love for Cancerians in the month of December 2018. Show me. Alright, so we've shuffled the cards, Cancerians. We're going to split the deck 1, 2 and 3 into 3, like so. And we'll collect that back up and we're going to go 1, 2, I'm going to put these a little bit at the top here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Yeah, you should be able to see that, I think. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and we'll go 7 here, and we're also going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 here. Okay, that's great. Right, let's have a look then what we can see coming in for Cancerians for love in the month of December 2018. This should be around 15 minutes. I'm trying to keep the readings down because I've had so many to do. Personal readings as well as the generals for the channel as well. This will be the last readings that I'm doing for the year, and I'll be back again in January, okay? So let's have a look. What's going on around the mental and emotional? The 7 of Coins. Some of you guys, and this is really the area that says, well, what's on Cancerian's mind? Well, the 7 of Coins is on your mind. The 7 of Coins being on your mind, Cancerian, says that you're thinking about possibly, well, what's been the results? 7 of Coins can show up in a couple of ways when it comes to love. The seeds, the coins that you see on the card, well, the coins are all to do with what has manifested. So sometimes the coins are literally, these coins are the seeds that you plant, and sometimes it's the manifestation, what's grown from the seeds. So for some of you guys, it might be what's on your mind is that you're taking a step back. 7 of Coins, it could be a person as well. You might be looking at a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn individual potentially with the 7 of Coins. Doesn't have to be, it can also be somebody who's taking a step back and just evaluating your relationship. So you might be dealing with somebody who's taking a step back and evaluating your relationship. You might also, Cancerians, this could be you taking a step back and looking at what you've manifested, what's grown, what's been the result of all the hard work that you put into a relationship. Now, mentally and emotionally, how do you feel about that? The Knight of Coins in the reverse. I think that this is you here because mentally and emotionally you don't want to put any more work in. Knight of Coins reverse means I don't want to put any more work into this, okay? If this is a person here that's taking a step back from you, Cancerians, and they're taking time to evaluate stuff, then mentally and emotionally you'll think about that person as being somebody who isn't in it for the long term, because Knight of Coins in the reverse says it's a short-term thing. You're not in it for the long term. So if this is somebody around you that you're thinking of, this 7 of Coins person, you'll be thinking to yourself mentally and emotionally, actually, I don't think I want to put much work. And if this is you, mentally and emotionally, you're assessing the relationship and you're saying, I don't really want to put any more work into this. The reason for this is because of Justice energy. Well, you know, Justice is a neutral card within the tarot, so the Justice energy would probably say to some of you guys, you know what I've done is I've seen the results of the situation, I've made my mind up with the Justice energy showing here, I've weighed up the pros and cons of the situation, and I've come to a decision that it's probably just not work. And I think that this is you actually when I look at the Justice energy showing here. Okay, if this is a person and you've said to yourself, they don't want to put any more work into this, they're not in it for the long term, it's because they've made up their mind with the Justice energy. They've got what they wanted out of the relationship and they're moving on. If this is you, you don't want to put any more work into the relationship, Knight of Coins reverse, because you've weighed up the pros and cons with the Justice energy and you've probably turned around and said, actually, I don't think that this is worth it, this isn't working out for me, and we've gone as far as we can go. Around the present situation for December, we have the situation being the Empress. So for some of you guys, the situation with an Empress is love. It's about a relationship flourishing, but it's also about having somebody in your life that takes care of you, somebody who supports you, somebody who loves you, and this can be male or female. So if the situation is about the Empress, this is all about the growth, the flourishing, the prosperity of your relationship, because this is the abundant card within the tarot, is the Empress, and the situation might be about what has grown, what is the prosperity, what has been abundant within your relationship with the Empress energy. Is there care? Is there love? Is there support? What are you experiencing as a result of this Empress? This could also be a woman here as well for some of you guys. What are you experiencing as a result of this Empress or around this Empress energy? Well, the Page of Swords is in the reverse. So I feel that here, this person, whoever, I think if this is the individual that some of you guys are thinking of and just thinking they don't want to put any work into the relationship because they've had enough with the Justice energy, they've weighed up the pros and cons. It might be around the love and care within the relationship. The Page of Swords, what you're experiencing is that somebody's not actually taking any action. Because the Page of Swords in the reverse means I don't want to experiment. I don't want to research this anymore. I don't want to look into it anymore. I'm just not interested. So I feel that some of you guys might be experiencing somebody who's not interested. And this could easily be you as well with the Page of Swords in the reverse as well. What you're experiencing is the Page of Swords in the reverse. Also, with the Empress energy, because it's about growth and abundance and prosperity within a relationship, a healthy, loving, emotionally secure, sexual, joyful relationship, and you're experiencing the Page of Swords in the reverse, you might be experiencing somebody who's not very experienced in doing that, because this Page of Swords can also be this Seven of Coins energy. So if this is somebody that you're experiencing who seems to be taking their time to assess the relationship, Cancerians, it might be that you say, well, I feel that and I think that they don't really want to be in it for the long term because they've had what they wanted with the Justice energy. They've weighed up the pros and cons. They've got what they wanted and now they're moving on. And all of this care and love and nurturing that we should have had in this relationship, what I'm experiencing is the Page of Swords in the reverse. This person's not taking much action on this. This person's not really particularly experienced, and they really, with the Page of Swords in a way in the reverse, don't really want to experiment. They don't really want to take a risk and actually try and involve themselves in learning how to do this, because that's what the Page of Swords, all pages reverse show lazy kids, basically, people who don't want to know, people who don't want to experiment, people who don't want to learn. And it might be what you're experiencing is somebody who doesn't want to learn how to do this. And what's the reason for this? Because of the Ace of Swords in the reverse, in the upright, sorry. So the Ace of Swords in the upright is all about clarity, but it can also be about severance as well, with that Ace of Swords energy. It's a pretty weird reading and pretty tricky in a way, but you're experiencing the Page of Swords. Right now, some of you guys are experiencing this Page of Swords in the reverse. And how I'm going to read this, because the Page of Swords in the upright is somebody who's experimental. So even if they don't know how to love within a relationship, they're going to give it a go with that Page of Swords. In the reverse, this person's probably lacking experience and doesn't want to do it. Why is that? It's because of the Ace of Swords energy showing here. Well, it's interesting. Could be the power of the mind with the Ace of Swords energy. It could be because of the way that they see things with the Ace of Swords in the upright. Let's have a look at what your hopes and desires are. Well, the Eight of Coins is the situation. So the Eight of Coins is all about plans. The Eight of Coins is all about putting the hard work and effort into relationships. What are you hoping around the Eight of Coins? So if this is about putting hard work and effort into this relationship, your hopes would be, well, there you go, the King of Cups energy. And this can easily be your energy. But I feel that this is the other person. You would hope that this person, King of Cups energy, would be willing to emotionally invest in this energy here, because the King of Cups makes an emotional investment, and this is all about the hard work. So the situation around your hopes and desires is all about putting hard work and effort, and you would hope that this individual would be receptive to this with the King of Cups energy showing here, or it could be you. The reason for this is because there is still a spark here. There is still a spark with the Ace of Wands. There is still an attraction here. Okay, for some of you guys, it will be your energy. It will be that, you know, the Eight of Coins is all about the hard work, putting the hard work into this relationship, and your hopes would be that you'd be receptive to this, because there is something about this relationship. There's still a spark, there's still a fire, there's still some form of interest. I feel that if it's this person, you're saying this is the person here who seems to be taking a step back. And mentally and emotionally, I feel that they're not in it for the long term, because they've got what they want. They've wrapped up on this with the Justice energy. They've got what they wanted, okay? And in my present situation, it's all about the nurturing in this relationship, but this person's not taking any action toward that. They don't want to learn how to be an empress. They don't want to learn how to nurture a relationship, perhaps because they just want to sever ties with that Ace of Swords. And in your hopes and desires, as a result of this, you would say, well, my hopes and desires would be, what if we put the work into it? I would hope that this person would become, and it could be that the situation is about you guys putting work into this individual. And your hope being, well, if I put work into this individual, because the Eight of Coins can be where you are kind of hammering away at someone. So you're repetitively doing something over and over again concerning that person. Your hope might be, Cancerians, well, I hope that they would be emotionally receptive to me if I just worked on them a little bit, because I do feel that there is still a spark here. I feel that there is still something here that does have the potential to grow, with the Ace of Wands energy showing there. Around your expectations, well, the Two of Wands, I feel the situation is about somebody who seems to be at a bit of a crossroads here with this Two of Wands energy, and what you're expecting around that. If this person is still kind of at a crossroads between whether they want to be with you or don't want to be with you, Cancerians, you will be expecting the Eight of Wands energy. You might be expecting this person to move away. The Eight of Wands is just not about increase. It's not just about messages. It's not just about things being set in motion. It's not just about changes, fast-moving changes. It's not just about a rush of feelings. It's also about things that move away. So you probably expect that this person would move away with that Eight of Wands energy, leave, because the wands are hurtling through the air. And the reason for that is because death. This person wants an ending to the relationship. They see no point in it at all. So, you know, this Two of Wands energy, and it could also be the situation around your expectation is about this person coming out of their comfort zone, because Two of Wands is also a card that represents the need to go. If you've got a potential opportunity ahead of you with the Two of Wands, it's also about going beyond your own limitations as well. So the situation could easily be about this person going beyond their own limitations, in which you might expect some form of a change with the Eight of Wands energy, perhaps because with the Death card energy showing here, there's a big turnaround in the situation, a big transformation in this individual with the Death card as well. What you can't see coming in for some of you guys is the situation will be about the Ten of Coins. So this is all about building this relationship, building a long-term relationship around this individual. It could also be with the Ten of Coins energy, this is something to do with already an established relationship. What you can't see around that Ten of Coins energy, Cancerians, is a King of Wands energy showing here. I feel that this person that you're dealing with is motivated towards this. I feel that they are, and they're looking at the Eight of Wands as well. So I do actually feel that this Two of Wands energy showing here in your expectations is about this person moving beyond their borders, because I just feel that this is someone that you're probably thinking of. I think twofold. I think this is somebody that's taking their time. They're assessing what they want with the Seven of Coins, and mentally and emotionally you feel that this person's not in this for the long term because they've had their fill with the Justice energy. But here in the expectations, you say, well, if the situation was that this person could move beyond their borders, could move beyond their limitations, to be in a relationship with me, to work on this relationship with me, then perhaps what we would see is a change here, because what's coming in is a massive turnaround and a transformation. And what you can't see coming in, well, the situation is all about building a life with you, perhaps, in which what you don't know is the King of Wands. This person could possibly be motivated towards this. They might be motivated to, you know, setting certain differences into motion in terms of this relationship, because the King of Wands is a motivated character. So you might be dealing easily with perhaps a water sign or a fire sign individual. However, the King of Wands can also be married. So it could be that what you're seeing here is what you don't know coming in is something to do with a long-term relationship that's already established, in which you don't know. Maybe this person's already established with someone else. Let's have a look at the reason for that King of Wands. No, they're interested. This person is still interested in you. There's still very much interest. There's a lot of interest with you, with this person. This person, I feel, Cancerian, simply doesn't know how to love. They don't know how to love, and they're not willing to learn about how to love, because the Page of Swords in the reverse isn't willing to learn. This person's not willing to experiment with something that they don't know about. Remember, all pages are young. They don't know much. They're all novices. But in the reverse, this person's not willing to learn. So in your present situation in December, this is all about nurturing of the relationship with the Empress. But what you're experiencing is somebody who is not willing to learn. They're not willing to experiment with this. Perhaps with the Ace of Swords energy, they want severance. They want to do what they want to do. Maybe they've set some new ideas, or they have other ideas that they're focused on with the Ace of Swords energy. However, the hidden aspects are really saying, well, this is all about building a life and building a relationship with you, in which what you can't see is that this person is very motivated to create and to increase this energy here, because with the Knight of Cups energy, they're still very attracted to you, and they still are open emotionally. They're still very receptive to you, even though they're not showing it in these areas. I feel that this person is still very, very receptive to some of you guys. Now, in the immediate future, what we have is a meeting, Three of Coins, and I'm seeing you guys meeting up with this person, talking, going for a meal, maybe going for the cinema. That'll be the situation. But what is it that's coming in around that situation in December? See, this is probably not going to take place. You've got a Ten of Swords energy. The reason for that is the Knight of Swords energy. They could also be chasing new love, for example, with the Knight of Swords energy. And they might also have a conflict between their feelings and their head and their heart as well. Because two knights show conflicts, conflicting feelings, conflicting thoughts. And one represents thoughts and one represents the heart. So it could also be that this doesn't happen because this person is conflicted between their head and their heart as well. They could potentially also be chasing, it could be new love, for example, as well there. The overall outcome for the month in terms of love for some of you Cancerians is the situation is the Nine of Wands in the reverse. I feel that this is all about you guys giving up on the situation. The situation with the Nine of Wands reverse means to give up. It means to say, you know what, actually, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to pay any more attention to this shit. I'm just not going to hold out for this person anymore or any longer. And what the overall outcome around that Nine of Wands in the reverse will be the Queen of Wands energy. I feel that almost like if you guys gave up here, you become very much more attractive. I don't see this as another individual. I see this as you guys kind of becoming more attractive to this individual. The reason for that is because of the Seven of Wands energy. Well, the Seven of Wands is a good card. So the Seven of Wands is because you take a stand against this individual. It's a really sad, it's a good reading, but then it's not so good a reading in a way as well, Cancerians, because it takes you doing this to get this person's interest back with the Queen of Wands energy. Because the Queen of Wands can also be an invite as well. You become, if you look at the Six Wands down here, the Six Wands are vying for the attention of the person with the Seventh Wand. You're the person with the Seventh Wand, Cancerians. You have risen above the situation, and there they are putting their hand out to you saying, oh, okay, I'm seeing you in a new light now. I see that you are no longer kind of the lapdog waiting around for me. You're the person here that now is rising above this, and now you become more attractive. Also, the Seven of Wands is the card to talk about desire. So this card talks about desire, and it talks about when you've got people who desire you. And that's because of that energy here. Possibly this person's a little bit jealous, a little bit nervous because they feel that you've got people that desire you because you've given up here. So if some of you guys, the situation is that you just decide, you know what, actually, Nine of Wands, remember, in the upright is all about staying at your post. In the reverse, it talks about we don't stay at our post anymore. We give up on a situation. And what the overall outcome from that will be the Queen of Wands energy. I feel that in a way as well, this could be overall outcome from that is you get an invite. Queen of Wands represents to get an invite as well. Seven of Wands, I see you as more desirous. Or this could simply be you guys standing in your power again. Because the Queen of Wands is somebody who's standing in her power. Okay, standing in her confidence. The overall outcome around that giving up is you guys feeling more confident with the Queen of Wands energy. Because you are standing in your power with the Seven of Wands energy showing there. We're going to quickly do this reading again, Cancerians. The month of December 2018 for some of you Cancerians. Remember, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with all of you. It will resonate with some of you, okay? what I'm seeing for some of you Cancerians is the Seven of Coins energy showing here. So the Seven of Coins, I feel that this is a person who's been procrastinating in the relationship. And I feel mentally and emotionally, for some of you guys, how you feel about that is, number one, you feel like giving up with the Knight of Coins in the reverse. But you also feel that this person doesn't have the intention to have a long-term relationship with some of you guys. Because I feel if this is your energy and you say, actually, how do I feel about this person procrastinating? I think I'll just give up with the Knight of Coins. I'm not going to pursue this any longer, because to be perfectly honest with you, I've seen the evidence of what this person is doing. I feel if you feel, for some of you guys with the Knight of Coins reverse, that this person's not really, doesn't have any long-term intentions in this relationship with that Seven of Coins, with that Knight of Coins in the reverse, it will be a case of, because with the Justice energy, you've weighed up the pros and cons and you've said, you know what, actually, from what I can see in the evidence, I don't think that this person's interested that much. So I think I'll just cut things short, and I don't think that this person has any long-term intention towards me. Because what some of you guys are experiencing with an individual is the situation is all about the Empress. The nurturing, the love, the care that it takes to nurture and to build a relationship and to grow a relationship, which is what every relationship needs. Now, what you're experiencing around that is the Page of Swords in the reverse. Somebody here around this energy, it might simply be, and also it could be that there's another individual here, because the situation could be about another individual, the Empress, in which is what you're experiencing is somebody who's being quite sneaky with the Page of Swords in the reverse. They're being two-faced. Perhaps they're communicating with this Empress person here, or it's simply a case of this is all about the nurturing the relationship, and what you're experiencing is somebody who's not willing to experiment, go beyond their own mindset and their own borders. They're not used to being in a relationship, or they're not used to loving someone in a relationship, but they're not willing to try with the Page of Swords in the reverse. Probably with the Ace of Swords energy, because this is what they see as there being their truth and their reality with that Ace of Swords energy. What you are hoping for, well, it might be the situation is all about you putting hard work into this individual, in which you would be hoping that if you put the hard work and effort into this individual, it would make them more King of Cups energy, more receptive to you, because there is still a spark here. There is still a sexual attraction between the both of you going on here, and there is, because it's showing up here. However, what you're expecting, well, I feel that this situation is all about this person coming out of their comfort zone, going beyond their borders, okay, coming out of their limitations, going beyond their limitations, in which you expect if they did this with the Two of Wands, well, there would be some rapid changes here, because massive transformation takes place. What you can't see is the situation is all about building a long-term, secure, stable relationship. And what you can't see is that this person that some of you guys are interested in is motivated to have this, because the Eight of Wands also means motivation. And why is that? There is still a desire for you. The Knight of Cups means desire, and this person desires you a great deal. However, in the immediate future, the situation in December is all about the Three of Coins. Building the relationship, talking about the future, Three of Coins, going out for a meal, going to the cinema, socialising with this individual. Well, it might be what you experience coming in around this is that there is failure concerning this. This doesn't take place with the Ten of Swords, because this person might be conflicted between their head and their heart, or it might be that this person's still chasing other love with the Knight of Cups energy, especially if there's another individual here that they are being sneaky around, possibly communicating with that Ace of Swords. The overall outcome for the month, well, I feel that some of you guys are just going to give up. It's not to say in the new year nothing happens with this individual, but I feel for the Christmas period, some of you guys with the Nine of Wands in the reverse are no longer willing to wait for this individual here. And what you'll experience overall, the overall outcome around that will be, you'll see increased confidence with that Queen of Wands. This person might even come back to you and invite you out. Why is that? You become more desirous to them. I feel if the overall outcome is about you guys feeling more confident, it's because you took a stand against the individual in the first place. It's an excellent, excellent reading. Either way, you can't lose. I just feel that you've got somebody around you, for some of you Cancerians, that seems to be messing about. They're either not willing to put any effort into nurturing the relationship, they're not willing to... I feel that this person doesn't know how to love, simply on the basis of that Page of Swords reversed. Page of Swords reversed is inexperienced, like all the pages reversed are. They're all inexperienced dudes. Now this person is so inexperienced, so you're experiencing somebody here who's not willing to learn the ropes of how to nurture and care for another individual. Okay, so I just feel that you've got somebody around you who isn't willing to learn how to love. They're possibly just consistently chasing skirts or chasing others, for example. Remember, the sword energy is male, this is female as well. So if you're a female watching this, it might be this person is consistently chasing other females, that type of thing. But I do feel that by the end of December, you know, you're going to be feeling okay. You're going to be feeling more confident because you did take a stand against the individual. Possibly this person could even come back with the energy of the Queen of Wands and invite you out because you become more desirous. And why are you more desirous? Because you gave up. It's a shame if that happens because it takes you having to just let it all go to have them come back. We'll see what happens anyway. Remember, guys, your live spread is sitting right next door. Make sure that you check that out and I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.